One of my fellas said something to me that stuck with me. He said, eventually, I stopped asking because every time I asked, I felt like I was asking for too much. Ooh, now ladies, before you get defensive, and fellas, before you start nodding too hard, let's talk about it, okay? Let's get into it. Because I don't think men stop asking because they stop caring. I think many men stop asking because they've lost confidence that asking will even make a difference. Now, what my fella said is, during one of my men's conversation, I said, what happens when you're not getting what you need in a relationship? I expected answers about cheating, and I'm so tired of those cheating. But that's what I was thinking was about to happen. Cheating, leaving, arguing. You know what I got, y'all? One of my fellas said, first I ask, then I explain, then I remind, then I stop. I said, bars. Say that again. He said, y'all, first, pause. Grab your notebook for your tips and your cup for your sips, because I need y'all to write this down. I need y'all to sip on this with me. He said, first I asked, then I explain, then I remind, then I stop. That hit me. Because most people notice when a man becomes quiet. Very few people notice all the times he spoke before that. Then y'all want to say it's a communication issue. We'll get into that later. But listen, what that means is men are often taught to communicate differently. Many men don't grow up talking about feelings. They talk about problems, solutions, tasks, responsibilities. So when a man actually communicates a need, he's often already thought about it for a while. He's already debated whether he should say something. He's already convinced himself not even to bring it up. But then when he finally does, which means when it gets dismissed, minimized, joked about, or ignored, it lands differently. Now, fellas, here's your accountability. People are not mind readers. You cannot expect someone to meet your needs that you've never clearly communicated. Hinting isn't communicating. Being frustrated isn't communicating. Shutting down isn't communicating. If it matters, say it. And say it before resentment gets involved. Excuse me, y'all. So that's our accountability. Now, what everyone else should understand, sometimes when a man becomes quiet, people assume he no longer cares. Sometimes the opposite is true. Sometimes he's tired. Sometimes he's disappointed. Sometimes he's protecting himself from another conversation that he believes won't go anywhere. So here's my question. What have you stopped asking for, fellas? Fellas, this week, I really want you to think about it. What have you stopped asking for? Respect? Affection? Support? Understanding? Which one? Think about it. And then more importantly, why? Because sometimes the issue isn't that nobody cares. The issue is you've convinced yourself there's no point in asking. All right, fellas, I'll see you next Friday.